Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a super quick and easy flow. I want you to focus on intuitive movements. That's what we're starting with today. Go ahead and bring your feet about hip width apart on the mat. It's really just going to be focused on this intuitive movement as a sort of precursor to finding a practice that feels good for you. So let's go ahead and start to sway the hips side to side in a figure 8. This is going to be a real quickie class for those of you who just want to get a little bit of movement in before you start your day, maybe to end the day. Although I would suggest doing this class at the beginning of the day if you want to boost your energy and your spirit a little bit. Now maybe let's start taking those hip circles, moving the hip in one direction and then in the other. Feel free to start to bend the knees as you take the hips in opposite directions. And let's start incorporating the arms. Keeping your feet rooted down can help us unlock a lot of room for creativity and space in the rest of the body. Sometimes freedom blossoms when we have some kinds of guidelines, or I don't want to call them limitations, but some boundaries for ourselves. Take as much movement here, make them big and open, swing the arms from side to side. And coming back to stillness, let's open the arms out to the sides, reach the palms up overhead, exhale, drop the arms down, swing them side to side. Inhale, back up, and exhale. Fold. Inhale, rise, and exhale, fold. So usually some of y'all know with my spinal warm-ups or warm-ups in the beginning of class, it tends to be seated, sometimes standing, but it usually follows a certain kind of range of movement for the spine. But I've realized that throughout the day, we don't always move our spine in the same way. So it's important to practice and train ourselves to be safe with a lot of different types of movement. So just start to fold and open up and sway and swing and twist and glide. And let's come all the way down, folding onto the floor. Bend the knees generously here and start to swing the arms side to side, just drawing a semicircle with the arms. So just keep swaying here. Lean over to the right side, straighten your legs. And swing your hands over to the left, again with the legs straight. Back to center. Walk your feet nice and wide into a wide-legged forward fold. Reach the crown of your head forward, really stretching the spine, and start to just wiggle your spine left and right. And walk your hands over to the right side. Fold forward here. And over to the left. Back to center. And let's come down to our tabletop. Let's go through a few cat-cows here, breath to movement. And start to make this cyclical, moving your hips side to side, starting to draw an oval with your hips. Keep the core engaged. Grip the mat with your fingers so you're still not overly putting too much weight on your wrist joint. And start to lean back on your heels and push up. And speaking of the feet, we oftentimes try to wake up the ankles, but we never really focus on the front of the feet. So come to sit back on your heels, press your hands about where your knees are, and lift up, pressing onto the tops of your feet. Feel the stretch as you lean your weight back, stretching the front of the feet, and back down. And back to center. Let's take a moment and stretch out the wrists. Again, this is a full body sort of intuitive warm-up. just to get you loosened and primed for the rest of your practice using a natural range of movement. Let's reach the fingertips to the sides of the mat and swing side to side. Very gentle. Since the hands are sensitive, continue to grip the mat under your fingers so you're engaging all the muscles possible. Flip your hands with the tops of your hands facing down, fingertips reaching towards your knees. Lean back to stretch the front of the hand. Flip your hands, palms back down, again, forwards and backwards. And back to our hands down on the mat, fingertips reaching forward. Keeping your knee bent, lift that heel up. Reach the knee over to the side, and let's start taking some circles. And reverse direction. And the left side. And reverse direction. From here, let's go ahead, open the hips nice and wide, come back down to child's pose. And go ahead and hike up your hips to downward dog. Bend one knee at a time. Drop both heels over to the left and peek through your right underarm. Switch over, drop both heels to the right, peek out from your left underarm. Back to center. Bend the knees and straighten them. Maybe they even crack like mine. And when you're ready, go ahead, hop, jump, or walk up to forward fold. Inhale, roll up. And exhale, hands to the heart. You are ready to begin your practice. You're warmed up with a full range of movement. Always practice safely. Remember to listen to your body, listen to your intuition, and have a great practice.